Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 199 for the week of October 1st. I am Alca7raz, and joining me, like normal, is Nemesis.
Hey there.
Yeah, episode 199.
Yep.
Getting there. We're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
So, as usual, we have a regular episode. Nothing super fancy about this one. We got a bunch of news. Not super horrible amount, but not an insignificant amount of news either. Everything's ramping up for the movie next week. We've got a comic to talk about. We've got the show episode to talk about, and we've got a little bit of fan content afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's get right into the news. If you would like to follow along, you can find our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get to this. In convention news, Equestria LA has announced Abigail Starling, Lizzie Freeman, Kira Buckland, and Ainsley King. Those first three are former community members that have gone pro and are now guests of honor. You might recognize a couple of them as Leekfish and Rena Chan, the first and last one of those three. And the last one, Ainsley King, is actually one of the storyboarders for the upcoming movie.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. They've also announced that this year will be their last year.
Mm-hmm.
Another one down, I guess. And to fandom news and some depressing news, Hiromi Hayakawa, the Spanish voice actor for Sonata Dusk, has passed away, apparently due to complications during childbirth.
Yep.
Which really sucks.
Yep.
Hasbro has been helping out after the major earthquake in Mexico by handing out boxes of toys with ponies and other things among them, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to see some people actually helping.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And apparently, someone tried recording one of the early screenings of the MLP movie with all the show staff there and got themselves kicked out, which is good, but not good because they also ended up getting Ainsley King kicked out on accident.
Yep.
Great job. Great job.
Yep. Probably a good time to talk about this movie etiquette.
Yes, this is a good...
Believe it or not, you're not supposed to record stuff at the movies. That's actually a felony.
That is a federal offense. Those FBI warnings on the front, no joke. That is a federal offense.
Yes.
Don't record.
That's one thing. Also, remember, this is a children's movie. Do not be loud. Do not be cursing. Do not make a whole bunch of sex jokes or whatever. There's going to be kids there. Be respectful of them.
Yes. Also, just in general, it's a movie. Don't be loud. Yeah. Don't be loud at the movies. Mm-hmm. That's just a general thing, regardless of what kind.
Also, if you're one of the lucky people who get to see an early screening, don't spoil it for the rest of us.
Please don't spoil it. Be courteous of other moviegoers.
Even if you do just see it on Thursday or Friday next weekend, it doesn't matter. Don't just post spoilers without warnings.
Yeah.
Some people will not be able to see it opening weekend.
Yeah. But yeah, really on the etiquette thing, don't make everyone else look bad.
Yeah, apparently
really don't make the fandom look bad.
Yeah, apparently the boyfriend and their guy and girlfriend or something.
Yeah, it was apparently it was a couple that were recording it and they got kicked out, but they also got Ainsley.
Because she just happened to be
next to him, and security kicked him out too. Yeah, don't do that. Seriously. Anyway, into merchandise news, Target is now listing a Songbird Serenade coin bank on their website.
Mm-hmm.
Might be showing up in stores too. Might have to check if you're interested in a coin bank. Walmart is now listing the Canterlot and Sequestria playset on their website, and it will include actually 3 bonus sea ponies in there. 2 of the princesses, but also a new one that we haven't seen. This one's called Haven Bay. Hey, new sea ponies. Playdate Digital has released a mobile app form of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like
probably it's movie spoilers in there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, obviously. Basically, it's like a story version in app form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there is now an official Facebook MLP sticker pack.
Yes, it is free.
Yep, it's free. Go grab it and spam your other fandom community groups with pony stickers. Or whatever. In Equestria Girls news, a cardboard cutout of the Equestria Girls in new outfits has popped up at, I believe, HasCon. Someone got a picture of it and posted it to Twitter.
It was, we already saw this, but all the footage was either blurry or low res.
So yeah, now we got a good,
actual
much
nice,
better picture of the cutout.
Nice
Although
picture.
Some of the characters you can't see past other characters, so I can't really, like Pinky's, you can't really tell exactly how her outfit looks. But there's definitely updates to their designs.
So originally here we talked about the Tales of Canterlot High show coming to Netflix on October 10th, and at the time of recording that's all we had, but after the day after recording, well, it just showed up on Netflix as of October 1st. So it is actually indeed the 3 specials, Dance Magic, Movie Magic, and Mirror Magic, all are now on Netflix as marked as Season 1. There's likely that means this is kind of the prelude to possibly more stuff. You know, we've already seen some bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, it's on Netflix now. So the original news bit is, well, completely irrelevant. So I had to interject here. So sorry about that. Back to the regular podcast I was recording yesterday.
The Subs Rock Equestria Girls short is now up on YouTube.
Yep, the one with Celestia and whatnot.
And the questionable title.
Yeah, it's not questionable unless you make it questionable.
Well, in this fandom, or any sort of internet fandom, they're going to.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to, but it's gonna happen. Into actual Friendship is Magic news, and this is probably our biggest chunk of news.
Gee, I wonder why.
Andrea Libman, Nicole Oliver, and Vincent Tong have all been nominated for Best Voice for their work on the MLP.
No, just the voice actors, actresses. Didn't you see the Equestria Daily headline?
Vincent Tong is now an actress. Okay, if he wants to be. Yeah, cool. So Andrea Libman was nominated for her work as Pinkie Pie in the episode Rock Solid Friendship. Nicole was nominated for her work as Celestia in Daybreaker from A Royal Problem, and Vincent was nominated as his work as Featherbangs from Hard to Say Anything. Hasbro has teamed up with Food Stirs to make some recipes themed after the movie. So there's a couple of videos that are up. One of them's a short little video that shows like little individual steps. The other one's like a full blown
horse heads.
Yeah, horse heads. Literally just use a generic horse.
Put them in your bed.
Cover. Yeah. The other video that they have is like a full blown. Have a person actually go through and talk like a
cooking show.
Like a cooking show. More movie posters have been released. And these ones apparently you can win by replying to the tweet if that's still open with things that you have learned from the show. Maddie Ziegler, the dancer in the music video for Sia's Rainbow, has been interviewed about her work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like interaction with Sia and other things.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a bit weird. 3 clips of some of the songs from the movie were released in Polish.
Yes.
They were released in Polish, but like EQD have posted videos where they pulled the audio out and put in the audio from the soundtrack.
The English
soundtrack. So it cuts all the sound effects that were originally in the videos.
But we at least see what the animation will be like.
Yeah, we do see the animation. We do kind of get to hear it as well. It's a bit interesting, but it's there.
But sure.
Yeah. Yahoo Entertainment has a short clip of the movie featuring Songbird Serenade, and it's basically like her introduction.
Hey.
We've seen like right before this clip.
It's a celebrity.
Yes, it's a celebrity. Sia shows up and it's right after Twilight gets landed on by a giant cake.
Yes, we already kind of aware of this because of the trailer.
Yeah, that part's been in the trailer, but this takes place like right after it has a little bit more of the interaction.
Mm.
I kind of like the personality of Songbird that they set up there. Another movie clip, this one's about Princess Skystar, was on Live with Kelly and Ryan. And someone actually got a recording. Of course, it's a recording off
shaky
the TV,
cam.
So shaky cam on TV, it's kind of, well, it's the best you can do, I guess. Best they had at the time.
Quick, record. Ah!
Yep, apparently it was just like that. There's ponies on TV. Oh, crap. Grab the camera and record it. Better than nothing, though, I guess.
Just like Mighty Number 9.
That will never not be funny. Anyway, Kristen Chenoweth was on The View where she was interviewed about her role as Princess Skystar.
Gasp.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to find the right timestamp for the YouTube video.
Yep. Anyway, socialnews.xyz has apparently got a whole bunch of really short interviews with almost the entire cast of the MLP movie. They call them sound bites. They're like a couple minute interviews with each of the different.
That's pretty common with movie stuff. Often used in lots of if you're doing a news story or whatever, just use these real quick clips and stuff. Often these kind of companies are paid by other companies to use their footage.
Yeah. So there you go. A little bit information. Not huge long interviews, but there's a whole bunch of them, so the video is really long. One of them is, at least. And our last little bit of news, a making of special for the movie has also aired on Discovery Family. So, yeah.
Check it out if it's up there. It'll probably be out.
Probably be available to watch, hopefully.
Elsewhere. Watch it if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Yep. So yeah, that's the news. All of it. But yes, like I mentioned, we do have a comic to talk about. So that's your job, Nemesis.
My job.
It's your job.
Yes, it's a new comic, Legends of Magic #6. This is the one about Meadowbrook. And it's written by Jeremy Whitley with art by Brenda Hickey and colors by Heather Beckel. Well, let's see. Apparently, yes, Sunburst is going on a train back to, let's see. Is he going back to, yes, Crystal Empire.
Yeah.
Make sure he's going, oh my God, it's the right way in my head. I know he's going somewhere. Yeah, he's going back to the Crystal Empire with his books, which there's a ton of, and he decides to read another one, Meadowbrook. Because, well, anyway, it turns out Meadowbrook goes to a town because, well, with her cart and everything, because he'd be going around and healing ponies and whatnot, as she's wont to do. And this town seems to be abandoned initially, and then she finds out it's not abandoned at all. There's a lot of green ponies just kind of groaning and murmuring at her, and oh dear.
We don't go there anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically zombies, in a sense. And she has to find a way to cure them. And also, stay alive long enough to cure them, it looks like. So, yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yep.
It's actually kind of interesting.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I like this one.
Lots of good faces. For Meadowbrook, particularly. Lots of good ones. All of the zombies also have some nice zombie faces. It's weird, because this one doesn't have the blatant-ish connection to that previous episode with the health information, other than it's Meadowbrook. Because
it has like one small
mention,
like one part mentions the swamp fever.
Versus like say that the stuff with Somnambula was kind of like more blatant, like, yeah, this is a thing that happened, it blatantly mentions what happened in the episode in it. So that's interesting in of itself. So it's like, yeah, it's like a thing, but yeah, other than that, it's just zombies.
Zombie!
And the stuff that all that entails. So it's actually a pretty fun read.
What does zombies entail? Was it anti-war? Remember that song?
It's a pretty fun one in the series, and it also pretty much starts setting up for the next issue.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing also set up for the finale.
Yes, there's quite a cliffhanger thing at the end. We won't mention what it is, but
worth picking up. Absolutely.
Yep.
Worth picking up.
Go get and read. So yes, that's the comic. Next up, we'll talk about the actual episode, Marks and Recreation.
Darn it, Jerry.
Larry.
Terry.
All right, quick synopsis. The CMC are helping ponies, and they decide that they want to be able to help more than one at a time because it's too slow. So they come up with the idea of this Cutie Mark camp. So that help a whole bunch of them figure out what they want to do by doing a whole bunch of things all at once, because that worked for the CMC so well. Anyway, apparently Rumble finds out about this, but he's not exactly thrilled with this idea. No clue why. Thunderlane, however, finds out and signs him up anyway, much to his dismay. However, during the camp, because he's kind of there on protest, he doesn't really try to do anything. Basically just does nothing. Later on, ends up having a chat with his brother, where he ends up deciding that being a blank flank is better. He then goes and makes an anti-Cutie Mark camp and convinces all the other campers to join him instead, much to the CMC's dismay and confusion. CMC then go talk to Thunderlane. They figure out why Rumble's doing what Rumble is doing, and they get Thunderlane to help with the camp and convince Rumble to come back to the good side. Basically, that's it.
Sure.
Sums it up without giving a super amount of details.
Sure.
Yes. I actually mostly enjoyed this episode. It wasn't horrible. I wasn't jumping for joy all the time, but it was definitely a decent episode.
Right.
What?
Nothing.
No, you've got that. You've got that tone that you have something else to say.
Not really. I really like this one.
Oh, okay. Right.
What?
Exactly. Yeah, it was fairly good. I did enjoy it, though. It's like I mentioned in the synopsis. Let's have a Cutie Mark camp where everyone can come together and just do a whole bunch of things until they figure out what their Cutie Mark's going to be, because that worked so well for the CMC. Although apparently it did work. They got a Cutie Mark in the first day.
Well, the CMC, what they always did was just kind of bash their head against the wall, figuratively.
Yeah.
Sometimes literally.
Sometimes literally.
They just kind of, let's do anything. This rather than, let's just do stuff we like.
Interestingly, always ended up in tree sap.
Yeah, and also there's kind of, they did lose a lot of the, I guess, point of what they're doing with here, which was, hey, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to find stuff you like, but not, it's not your Cutie Mark. That's okay too. And they kind of forgot about that part when they were doing it. And that's kind of what I think the whole point is. They've kind of grown up a bit.
Yeah, that was kind of sort of the whole point of the episode, was the idea that just because you have a Cutie Mark in one thing doesn't mean you can't do other things. You aren't locked in. Which is a little bit interesting if you go back to season 1 with Apple Bloom at the quinceañera. The whole thing with that was, she's still blank. She can do anything she wants. Yeah. That was literally what they said then. And now it's like, huh.
Things have changed. Oops.
A little bit interesting looking back on things like that. This was an episode that didn't actually have any main 6 appear at all. Only one of them was even mentioned, and only mentioned once.
Yep.
Because Thunderlane showed up. By the way, Thunderlane is also Wonderbolt.
Surprise!
This was known before, but never really announced, because he showed up in, I believe, Parental Guidance. Showed up in the background in the locker room wearing a full outfit.
Right.
And that was the only way you'd know beforehand.
Gasp.
So yeah, by the way, he's a Wonderbolt. He was at the Academy with Dash, so he was definitely making his way there.
How about that? Speaking of Thunderlane, I'm not sure that his VA did a...
I wasn't a huge fan of the voice.
The voice is kind of a not great.
It was what, Trevor Duvall?
Yeah.
That's Iron Will. If I remember correctly, that's Iron Will.
Huh. Well, he can do good voices.
So yeah, it's not that Trevor's a bad voice actor. He's a great voice actor. I'm not exactly a fan of the choice. I don't know whose choice it was though.
Yeah, it's a weird voice to use for a character.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it's, again, not a huge ordeal.
It is what it is.
It's not a huge ordeal.
Yeah, it isn't.
Rumble's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, Rumble is also voiced by Vincent Tong. Vincent,
really? Rumble. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah, this is the other thing, which would imply. Well, this I think believes means Vincent Tong did that one song on the Christmas album, because it's more or less the same voice.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah. We had a song.
Yeah, we did a song.
We had a villain song, basically, because Rumble's a villain, or was, and isn't. And
not really not villain, antagonist.
Yeah, antagonist. So it's like Lightning Dust or Gilda. Yeah. They're not villains, they're antagonists.
Even then, his thing was in his jerkish.
Yeah, I mean, he had a reason for doing it. It wasn't a good reason.
It was a dumb reason,
but it's still a reason. It wasn't malicious.
He was a child. Children have weird ideas about things sometimes.
Yeah. Although to the viewers, it should have been fairly obvious from the problem from the very opening scenes.
Yeah.
It's all like, Rumble's kind of a little bit jealous of his big brother and a little worried on, oh no, I want to be this. I want to get locked into something else.
Yeah, he's afraid he'll be locked.
But here's the thing you don't realize is that when you get, if something like you get a Cutie Mark in it, it's going to be, chances are it's going to be something you like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like once you get that, you're going to realize that don't mind doing this over that one.
Yeah.
You don't realize it at the time. It's one of those, I wanted this, I want this, I want this. Yeah, it makes sense, definitely for kids.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of it, was kind of interesting. They brought up the whole potion thing again, or apple bloom.
They kind of poked fun at that one
because that was the expectation for so long. Was either she's going to be building stuff or doing potions, and then
hasn't shown up in a while, and they poked fun. When was the last time you did that?
Nervous sweating.
Right, you haven't done that. Yeah. The writers know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But getting back to the song though, you brought it up a little bit.
Yes, I did.
It was an okay song.
It was. It wasn't the best song.
It was very loud. Well, not. I don't want to say. Very swing-ish. In a sense.
Wouldn't really call it swing, but I see what you're going for on that one. Ish. Yeah. It was all right. It's not my favorite song, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's like I think of all 5 songs we got this season, it's probably the weakest one. I think
probably, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
No, it's just a good song. It's okay.
Yeah, we just got other good songs.
Yeah, other VAs though who popped up in this. Okay, some of these I'm going to probably butcher names.
Oh boy, there's one in particular.
Kettle Corn, which is one of the one who got the Cutie mark in for haiku writing.
Haikus.
Yeah, Lily Boudin.
It's French.
I'm gonna go with the original Boudin.
Boudin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's French, and I don't know how to pronounce things in French.
Might be Boudin. Anyway, yeah, I probably butchered it multiple times there. Yeah, yes. She plays Kettle Corn. Also likes drawing circles a lot.
Those circles are straight up creepy. The disconnected red perfect circles, straight up creepy. It reminds me of fan art from a really old fanfic.
I'm not creeped out, so
well, it's probably because the fanfic was dark and kind of creepy.
Oh.
And if it reminds me of that, also it sort of reminds me of the Perfect Circle logo for the band Perfect Circle. I don't know. It's just creepy to me.
I don't think it's perfect circles. I just think of SpongeBob. First you draw this face, then you erase in the finer details, and boom, a perfect circle.
And then you think of DBZA. All these squares make a circle.
Yeah, Pipsqueak came back.
Yeah.
Voiced by Graham Verchere.
Another one to butcher.
Yeah. Verchere.
I'm not even going to try.
Again, a lot of French names here. And Skedaddle was voiced by Zach LeBlanc. That one is easier.
Yes, that one we can pronounce. And Skedaddle.
Skedaddle
on out of here.
Very, almost vinyl-esque hair.
Almost very, very
blue
spiky
and yellow
hair.
Blue and yellow. He's a Wonderbolt. Wait, no.
Not quite. Different blues and yellows.
I actually think Skedaddle was actually one of those little hidden gems in this episode, just because he didn't really do a whole lot, but there's lots of little lines which are pretty funny. Oh no! What if I get my cutie mark and being bored?
Hanging upside down out of the tree.
Just kind of that. Whoa!
I'm not certain if there's any relation with LeBlanc. It's not a super uncommon name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Skedaddle was actually kind of a fun time, and also the funny thing about Kettle Corn was constantly just inadvertently making haikus.
Yep.
The later part of the episode, she made haikus.
That's what she's really good at. That's what she got a cutie mark in. Although, how do you have a cutie mark of a haiku? It looks just like a quill and paper.
Maybe it's actually poetry.
Yeah. Except she was constantly making haikus.
That's just her specialization.
It's like, how do you get a
cutie mark? You can be good at multiple things.
I know, it's just weird getting a cutie mark in something as abstract as a haiku. How do you get a symbolization of that?
Abstraction. How do you get something a cutie mark in something abstract as magic?
Stars and swirls work really well. Also, a magic wand.
Oh yeah, if you're
those work.
A showmare.
Yeah, no one likes showmares.
Doing tricks.
Not those kind of tricks. You mentioned the being bored.
Or the abstract concept of going fast.
Lightning bolt or
sort of.
Streaks.
You still have to kind of explain a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, so the anti-Cutie Mark camp.
Yeah. Blank flank forever.
Yeah, blank flank forever. But yeah, this idea, we can do whatever you want. What are they doing? Basically the same thing we were doing here.
Yeah, it's just exactly the same, just under a different name.
And then oh crap, what if you get your Cutie Mark doing that?
Oh, everyone stop.
Everyone, we can't do anything.
That was my favorite this shot was just all of them lying on the ground.
Lying
particularly Pipsqueak face down in the grass.
That was great. And then the line, how do I get my Cutie Mark and being bored?
Yep. That was good. Also, just the initial setup, Sweetie Belle making good faces again, particularly the angry Sweetie Belle, or calm Sweetie Belle, I should say.
Yes.
or there's one point where she was kind of shocked by something. She made a pretty crazy face.
Oh yeah, when Rumble first started going, I don't want a Cutie Mark, and just the eyes going in opposite directions. Yeah. What?
Yeah, Sweetie Belle's great.
Sweetie Belle's Squeaky Belle.
Yeah, Sweetie Belle's best CMC. Fight me.
I will fight you. Scootaloo's best CMC. Her with the telescope.
Yeah, is that
collapsing the telescope? Gotta do something about this.
Calm down.
You're smudging the telescope. To be the voice of reason.
Scootaloo, you're smudging the telescope.
It's probably fine. Just wipe it off. As long as you don't scratch it, you're fine.
You might mistake your neighbor for someone who lives on the moon.
It was just a smudge.
Yeah.
That got dark.
Yeah, of course it did. Oh yeah, this episode was written by May-chan. I believe she wrote an early episode in season 7. I believe it was I want to say it was actually the one before Fluttershy Leans In. I gotta double check that real quick.
I'm checking.
But I'm almost... No, she wrote the Yak episode. That's what it was. The Yak episode, I think. I'm almost certain it was the Yak episode.
Not asking for trouble.
Yes. I was right.
You were right.
Haha. Yeah, so she wrote that. I think this is a better episode than that one. That was kind of...
Yeah, I think that this one was more, active and fun to watch.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Also, I also remember the flag they put. They actually have a flag for the gay camp, and it looks like a very much pastel Canadian flag.
Oh, Canada.
Sorry.
Let's not make fun of our Canadian brothers. They're in a better state than we are right now.
Yeah, and they'll still apologize for it. This is good-natured ribbing.
Good-natured ribbing. We only make fun of you because we wish we were you right now.
A little bit. Yeah, it was interesting with Thunderlane just kind of trying to encourage Rumble to do stuff, and Rumble just like, no, because Rumble wants to be like him.
I want to be just like my big bro.
And yeah, it's Thunderlane having a real, I cook too. Oh, how about that?
How about them apples?
Oh, and then early on with Rumble trying to get out of this stuff, just oops.
Yeah.
Whoops. Just failing at everything because he doesn't want cutie marks in these things just in case.
Yeah, because his whole thing is I'm afraid I'm going to get a cutie mark in this and then I won't ever be able to be this awesome flyer that I want to be.
Won't be as awesome as he wants to be.
Awesome as I want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was interesting. Just kind of this whole rebellion against this whole this whole thing that permeates the entire society.
Yep.
Except he didn't,
He didn't. He ended up joining him anyway. Yeah. You have to get a cutie mark.
Almost came this close to forming a cult.
Starlight would have been proud. I'm actually a little surprised it was never mentioned.
Yeah.
That Starlight was never mentioned because it was borderline what she did in the town.
Probably a good thing.
Maybe it would have fit
without the brainwashing.
Well, I mean, this is like old,
or the isolation,
old Starlight,
or the ripping your cutie mark away from you just because you already have one thing.
Yeah.
Man,
I could have imagined a scene Rumble asking, do you know any spells to get rid of a cutie mark? And I'm just imagining the scene in my head now. Kettlecorn asking, like,
because she painted over hers.
Going to, because she did paint over hers. Going to, like, Twilight's castle and asking, do you know any spells to get rid of a cutie mark? And Twilight just looking over and glaring at Starlight. And Starlight just walks.
What did I do?
Just...
Look, this time this time it wasn't my fault.
Yeah. I can just imagine that scene happening.
I swear.
What have you been saying?
What have you been filling these kids' heads with? I didn't
Sorry,
say anything this time.
What? Just backing away. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. I do think this is a pretty enjoyable episode.
Yeah. So also, where is that camp in relation to Ponyville?
I don't know. My other question is did they
did they rent the camp?
A camp that exists that they somehow were able to use, or did they somehow just make one?
Where did they get the money?
One, where did they get the money to make it, if they did make it? Two, if they're renting it, did they cost them money to rent it? Or how does this work?
Or three, did they just go do all sorts of illegal things to just kind of move
or
in? Or
maybe it's just one of those public places that they can use. It could just be who knows how.
We don't know how Equestrian society works.
How does Ponyville and Equestria society work? Is it like just a big socialist commune where they just, hey, it's not being used for this week, let's sign us up, and they can.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah, I don't know. We have no idea because they don't tell these things because
that would be way too much effort.
Bog down the episode with boring political talk.
Yeah, that's fanfic territory. That's headcanon territory.
Oh, no, last we got is there is some sort of monarchy system in place.
Yes.
Or now I guess it's quadrarchy.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's triarchy because that's the whole thing. Is the Crystal Empire its own thing, or is it part of Equestria?
It's like a subsidy. It's an affiliate nation.
Is a semi-autonomous nation state?
I want to say it's like an equestrian territory.
Yes, is it semi-autonomous? Is it fully autonomous? Is it?
I think it falls under the heading, but they have their own ruling as well.
Anyway, this is way off topic.
It is, but it's questions we need answers to.
Answers that they'll never answer because we
never
thought about that. We never thought about that.
It's never been important.
Pretty fun.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
Pipsqueak, but what if I'm never good at anything?
Join the club.
Every 20-year-old. Every 20-plus-year-old is like, okay.
Oh, there, Pipsqueak, you're hitting your teenage angst kind of early.
When you talk about teenage angst, that doesn't stop when you...
No, it doesn't. It goes all the way through adulthood.
What if I'm never good at anything?
It goes through adolescence and into adulthood.
Right. Yeah, this is actually... I actually like this episode quite a bit.
It was a good episode. I liked it.
This is one of the better CMC episodes. Not the best episode of the season, but it's a very good one. Definitely an upper tier episode.
Yep, I will agree with you on that one. It was good. But I think that's as much as we can just say it was good over and over again. Yeah. Unless you have anything else to add.
I got nothing else.
You got nothing, I got nothing. Let's move on. We got a little bit of fan content.
Yep.
I'm going to feature two songs, and they're both actually off the same compilation album that just came out, well, as of recording yesterday. Friday.
Cheated.
I'm not cheating.
You cheated.
I'm not cheating. Anyway, first one is John Kenza, formerly known as Cadenza, Love, featuring Forever Free Brony.
Maybe it's okay, or maybe I'm insane. Maybe it's meant to be so tough. Maybe all I need is love.
This is actually the title song to the album, and it is the Ponies at Dawn anthology album that came out. Yeah, like I said, this is the title song, and it's got really smooth vocals. I mean, Forever for Brun is really good with that. Great instrumentals, really good mixing. It's just a really good song all around. Mm-hmm. I do like John Kenza's style. I think it's like a hands up, but I like the bouncy highs and stuff that this genre that he does.
I like the strings in it. Lots of strings, some strings parts in there. Yeah, I really like in there. And yes, Forever Free Brony does a really good vocal work in this one.
Yeah, Forever Free Brony is great. Has a few things on this album that he's been part of. Yes, the other one is also off the same album. It's Undream Panic's Sunset Paradise. this one, is a really fun, somewhat swingy, jazzy song. I love the little vocal chops. He uses mainly like Rainbow Dash vocal chops in there as an instrument, but the saxophone is amazing. I think it's synth, but it's a really good synth if it's a synth. Yeah, it's one I just can't help but bounce along to.
The big standout thing is definitely the saxophone. That is the thing to pay attention to in this song. It's the thing that we will pay attention to in this song.
Yeah, it's the main instrument, and it runs through everything but like the intro.
Yeah. And also, I know from experience that a bad sax sounds horrible. So, it's good sax though. And that's also great vocal chopping. Although should use a different character because of the name or whatever.
No, they chose the best character to use, and you can shut up.
It's called Sunset Paradise. Therefore, ...
We don't have it. Well, we have plenty of stuff for vocal chops, but still, this one worked quite well.
No excuses.
This one worked quite well. So yeah, those are the two. This album, like I said, Ponies at Dawn Anthology. There's 73 songs. It's 5 hours worth of music. It's like split in half. The first half, like 30 some odd songs, though it's not an exact half split, is brand new stuff. And the last chunk is like best of previous ones. So there's some old ones in the end of the album.
So the anthology has an anthology.
Yeah, that's probably why they're calling it Anthology. Because of that. But yeah, like I said, 73 songs, 5 hours of music, pay what you want. There's great stuff in there like these two. Go check it out.
Yep.
So yeah, that is the songs for this
Ponies at
week.
dawn.bandcamp.com.
Yes. So yes, those are the songs that I'm featuring this week.
Yep.
And you don't have any fanfics, do you?
Nope. No updates or anything.
For shame.
Hey, I read some stuff. It's just there's one I really like. I can't feature that.
Ah, yes, you told me about that one. That's a little bit more crass than.
Also, it's kind of short and kind of obvious. There's nothing they really can say about it.
Yeah. So, with no fanfics, that brings us to the end of the episode, and so we will close. If you liked this episode and you would like to hear all the other ones, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, and present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's LIBSYN. So, like I said, you can find all of our episodes there. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. You can find us there and subscribe to us and rate us on iTunes. Please do. Give us stars. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the mobile apps. Just, again, search for us, Pony411, and you will find us. We're also up on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Subscribe to us there and get notified when we upload new episodes automatically. Comment on our episodes there. Let us know what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to like our episodes too. Mm-hmm. That's always helpful. You can also find us on Ponyville Live. Whenever the YouTube page updates, our page at Ponyville Live will also update. You can also find a whole bunch of other shows and stuff that happen there. So if you use that, you can find us. We're also on Google Play, play.google.com/music. Go there and then search for us, Pony411, and you can find us and and download through there. I think there's a subscribe option on Google Play as well. Not entirely certain.
Yes, I believe there is.
I believe there is. That would be kind of weird if there wasn't for podcasts. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in then. Or before or after, because there's really good music, live DJs and such like that there as well. So check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. If you want us to talk about something, send it to us and we'll take a look. If you just want to say hi, that works as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, because it's coming up, you might want to go ahead and drop us lines about what you thought of the movie when you see it.
Yes, because we won't have a chance to tell you until after your chance is over.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Email.
We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll update it with updates. We're also, what else will we update it with? We're also on Twitter at pony411, so go follow us, tweet us. That's the best way for quick communications. See what we're tweeting, jokes we make or whatnot. And like he said earlier, any of those methods, when you go see the movie, because that is coming out at the end of the week, next week.
Weekend.
So yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah. We'll be watching it.
Days away.
Yeah, let us know what you thought. We will be talking about it on well, the next episode.
Yes.
And last but a little bit of contact, you can find us on our personal Twitter account. I'm at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1. So
Yep.
follow us and see whatever we're tweeting. You're probably tweeting more plastic crack.
Yeah.
Like you do all the
Or
time.
complaining that for some reason my SNES Classic is not here yet.
Yep. And I bought ponies at a grocery store. That is the end of the episode. Hope you liked what you heard, and I hope you tune in next week.
Yeah, next week. Gee. Episode 200.
Episode 200.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit
Another
200
milestone.
episodes.
It's going to be a big episode. I'm just going to say that
We're gonna
right
do
now.
something big because we're also gonna be talking about the
Yeah.
movie.
We're talking about the movie. We're talking about Once Upon a Zeppelin. It's going to be a big one. Going to be a lot there.
Interesting note, Zeppelin is the brand name,
Yes.
not the type of airship. It's a brand name of the airship that made them.
Was the brand name.
Was, yeah. It kind of, that brand kind of exploded.
Oh, the humanity.
The huge vanity. Yes. So, anyway, we hope you tune in next week when we talk about the movie and the next episode, and it's going to be a big one for 200. But until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
One left.